Hey friends, welcome to my channel. I'm AmandaMuse, and today we are going to be talking switches. Switch Lite and the regular Switch. Let's get into it. Before we dive into this video, I just wanted to remind you that one of the best ways you can support my channel is by giving it a thumbs up, leaving some comments, and of course, hit that subscribe button. So I put out videos twice a week where I talk about all things that impact us as women, as parents, as mothers, as entrepreneurs. I like to do life in a really real way and bring you along for the ride. So stick around, hit that subscribe button. As of today, December 2021, the Switch Lite is rolling in around 260 new, and the regular Switch console, just the Switch, no games included, is about 380, 360. I'm now forgetting, but I think it's about 380. So those are your price point options. Let's start with the main one. This is actually mine. So at Christmas last year, I bought my kids one Switch, thinking that that would be enough, that they could share it and it would go, we could all kind of play around with it. Soon came to realize that actually it's super fun. I love my Switch and I kind of wanted my own. So I ended up getting myself a Switch and I ended up getting my daughter a Switch Lite. Here's the great thing about the Switch. It is a handheld device. However, you can also hook it up to the television and play multiple players on various games. So some of our top games that we love around here, Mario Kart, Smash Bros. We have really gotten into Mario Party lately. That's pretty fun. Definitely a different type of game, but still really fun. We like some of that Just Dance action. I always get such a laugh out of Just Dance. It's so funny to see some of those dance moves and some of your family members doing those dance moves. As a family, it's actually something that I love to do with my kids. I don't know if I would consider myself a gamer, but I guess I kind of am. It's weird, I'm 37, I don't know. Seems to be out of the gamer category. But I do love to sit with my kids and on a Friday night, play some video games. My kids are 7 and 9, and I just find that they're at an age where it seems to work. My daughter's not into heavy killing games. They love Roblox, but that is an iPad or tablet type of game or on a phone. So it's not something that they can use on their Switches. But it all depends, what activities does your child do? If they're gonna be spending a lot of time in the car or maybe switching between houses, with blended family type of situation, the Switch is great because you can just bring it with you. You can also buy additional joysticks. So these little guys, they come off and then this becomes a little controller. So this is 2 controllers technically. And you can add multiple controllers, which is really easy. Like when this is in the base, you simply slide your other controllers in and hook them up through the settings feature. It's all very user-friendly. You can hook this up with a password. So if you don't want your kids getting access all the time or using it frequently, I'm gonna be honest, I don't have a password on my tech things. I don't know. My kids tend to use their stuff in moderation, so I haven't come across that issue lately, but that's there if you want to have more parental controls. I like that I can download games directly from the Nintendo Hub, the shop. So I don't necessarily need to go out and buy game cards. And listen, a lot of you might already know this, but I had been out of gaming for quite a while as my kids were getting older. And now, since last year, we're in it. I got really into Luigi's Mansion. I am personally a big fan of the Mario family of games. I like that cutesy kind of fun gaming type of thing. Anything where it's I tried to get into Zelda. It's too hard. My brain, I need something a little bit more chill. So Animal Crossing, those types of games are right up my alley. Very fun. On the topic of Animal Crossing, I do have a video where I went into a little bit more depth about it, so I'll link that above. Now, a few people had reached out and asked me, age-wise, I don't think it's for 7 or 8-year-olds even. 8 and under, I just think you're gonna lose people's attention. There was probably the odd kid who just absolutely loves it and is just able to have a bit more of a relaxed type of game. But the premise is that you have an island and you're building it up and you're building and decorating and accessorizing, and it kind of, I think, loses a little bit of its appeal for the younger crowd. Although a lot of adults that I know like it. So worth mentioning because the games kind of come with a hefty price point. So far we've purchased games that are in the ranges of $30 up to $75, $80, kind of pricey. I went a little wild there, at the beginning of this year and bought a ton of games because we were in lockdown forever, okay? And honestly, it was like the only thing we were doing was playing video games if we weren't outside. So games that we love and still love: Mario Kart, Mario Party, Luigi's Mansion. Luigi's Mansion, worth mentioning, is really a one-person game. You can play two, it's a little weird. I don't know, I prefer just one solo player, so worth mentioning. Minecraft, the kids love it. I liked Minecraft Dungeons, pretty fun. You're kind of like this team of these weird box people and you're killing stuff and it's hilarious. Anyway, I like it, so that was fun. Oh, Among Us, hello, the kids play Among Us on this. They were really into that for a minute. Oh, Story of Seasons, that's what it's called. That has more of an anime type of illustration, which is not my preference. I like the cutesy look of Animal Crossing, or that cutesy look of the Mario, characters. I don't know if you know what I'm saying, but anyway. And then Dungeons, Smash Bros, Spiritfarer. That was a weird game, but like really relaxing. Of course, another benefit of the main Switch is that it is something the whole family can use, because you can have multiple controllers and joysticks and hook it up to the television and make it like a fun thing where your family comes together in games. Probably worth mentioning that I don't think that all gaming is bad. I think it's how you use it. And for us, it's an opportunity to entertain oneself. I use it as a little bit of a de-stress self-care thing when I can just mellow out. And then I also use it as an opportunity to connect with my kids on things that they like and that I actually enjoy. So those are some of the benefits of the Switch. To me, the only downside is the price, because it's a little bit expensive. And I've already had to replace these controllers for my son. So as he's playing, he noticed he had a habit where he would kind of like bang the Switch down like this on his knee or on his pillow, and he didn't even realize he was doing it. Like, not hard, but like if he was frustrated, oh dang, and he would like kind of do this. Well, what happened is it was sort of bending the device like this, and ultimately ended up this side here started to come apart, or it was down here and would no longer kind of work, and it kept falling off. Anyway, so replacing the controllers, I mean, it was about $100 if I'm not mistaken to buy the new controllers. So it ain't cheap to fix, worth mentioning, but so far it has been such a fun thing that we've had in our house, and I'm really thrilled. I did not regret the purchases at all. Now, moving on to the Switch Lite. I did buy a Switch Lite, and the reason for this is that because we had two of the regular Switches that we can hook up to the television and play as a family, I just didn't think the third, we couldn't warrant, like it didn't make sense to buy the third Switch that was like full, where the controllers come off. Like what for? We already have all of that. So I went with the Switch Lite for my daughter. A little bit different in the sense that obviously it's $100 less, so some of the features are going to be different. Obviously the side controllers do not come off. I noticed when I'm playing Animal Crossing, for example, the side controllers, they don't vibrate when I'm fishing, like when I'm using my own Switch. The screen itself is a little bit smaller. So that's really the only thing I could think was an issue. When I'm talking about games, it's worth mentioning, like, they're just little. They're these little SD cards that look like this, just little. So they're very easy to lose. And I will say that I much prefer to buy games, especially expensive ones, using the SD card instead of the electronic version. And the reason for that is, for one, other people in the house can play the game, so it's not just me. And at the game shop near me, which I would assume is very similar at so many game shops in your area, we can actually exchange our games and get a bit of a rebate on new purchases. So then you go in and you can buy used games, because you can get bored of some stuff, right? Other things that I find great is that as you're playing and you set up this profile, you can make friends with other people. So if your kids have friends that also have devices, you can add them as friends, and then when they play online, they can see other people playing. They can play Minecraft together. So in the summer, my kids and the neighbors' kids were all playing Minecraft on their Switches together. And yeah, overall, honestly, it's a great thing. I know it's expensive, so you're probably seeking out this video going, is it worth it? And I'm here to tell you it is. If your kids are into gaming, highly worth it. And you know what? If they're not really into gaming, the beautiful thing with these types of devices, I personally find, is you can sell them secondhand. I'm actually putting together a bit of a gift box for a family I'm supporting through Christmas donations, and there's like a whole thing on my Instagram about that if you want to check it out at AmandaMuse. I ended up finding a Switch Lite used for $215, which, all right, it's not the cheapest, but that's about the price they go, from about $180 to $220, normally selling at $259 in stores, and then you have to add tax to that. So I did think it was still a great deal. It's in mint condition and looks amazing. And those are options. So I would say don't worry so much about buying secondhand. Plug it in, test it out before you leave. But I've had a lot of success purchasing tech items secondhand and also selling items secondhand. Anyway, guys, I hope this video helped. I hope I answered some of your questions. I'm not the biggest gamer, as you can tell. I don't know all the right terminology, but as a parent and as someone who always, is looking for fun ways to connect with my kids, it's worked out. So thank you for watching. Hit that thumbs up button. Let me know if you have a Switch, what's your favorite game, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye, guys.